creating awareness campaigns for the people to know you. इसे हम बोलते हैं interest checking point. This interest creation is done by giving something as a free gift or giving something at a very low price point in service businesses. It's very important to understand whether your potential client really considers your brand as the potential brand to work with. Every decision that you make or every decision that any business owner makes determines the growth of the business. Imagine any of your potential client moving from hello to doing the payments. अगर ये जर्नी को हम स्विफ्ट बना सके, so what do you think will start happening? Well, let me tell you what will happen. Your revenues will start increasing, sales बढ़ जाएंगी and आपकी ब्रांडिंग की ज़्यादा वैल्यू होगी as compared to earlier. तो इसीलिए कस्टमर जर्नी को बनाना या कस्टमर जर्नी को क्रिएट करना एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट है और आज इसी एलिमेंट के बारे में हम आज के वीडियो में बात करने वाले हैं. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट क्रिएटिंग कस्टमर जर्नीज राइट फ्रॉम बीइंग अ प्रोस्पेक्ट to clearing payments with an invoice. What should be the customer journey like and how it should look like or how it should make your client experience it. So let's go for it. In today's video, I'm going to dive into 6 core strategies required to create a customer journey for your customer. So be there till the end and subscribe the channel to know more. Let's dive deep into this. The first thing that you need in order to design a customer journey is awareness. Creating awareness campaigns for the people to know you, because every prospect client will become your prospect client only when they know about you. Just think about it. What social media is doing today, what Instagram, YouTube videos, blogs, websites are doing today. They are just trying to reach you as a potential customer. In the same way, your business must also reach to the potential person via content. Therefore, content marketing plays an important role, awareness being the first stage where your customer can start the journey with you. But just making your customer aware or just making people aware is not the end point of it. We need to start moving in deep. हमें और ज़्यादा deep जाने की ज़रूरत है. एंड जब हम और ज़्यादा डीप जाते हैं तो हम ये देखने की कोशिश करते हैं कि जो लोग आपको फॉलो कर रहे हैं वो किस चीज़ के लिए फॉलो कर रहे हैं. क्या वो सिर्फ आपको सुनना पसंद करते हैं या देखना पसंद करते हैं इसीलिए फॉलो कर रहे हैं, या वो सच में आपके कस्टमर्स बन सकते हैं. इसे हम बोलते हैं इंटरेस्ट चेकिंग पॉइंट. This interest creation is done by giving something as a free gift or giving something at a very low price point in service businesses, जहाँ पे लोगों को पे करने के लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए या कोई एक ऐसा रिसोर्स जो फ्रीली डाउनलोडेबल होना चाहिए फॉर पीपल. इससे दो चीज़ें होती हैं. एक, आपको अपने कस्टमर का इंटरेस्ट पता चलता है कि वाकई में वो पर्सन आपके प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस के लिए इंटरेस्टेड है भी या नहीं. एंड दूसरा, आपको ये पता चलता है कि क्या उस पर्सन की स्पेंडिंग कैपेसिटी आपके साथ डेवलप हो सकती है. एंड तीसरी मेन चीज़ जो आपको पता चलती है वो है क्लाइंट इन्फॉर्मेशन. मतलब इंटरेस्ट के साथ साथ यू ऑल्सो स्टार्ट डीकोडिंग क्लाइंट इन्फॉर्मेशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ देयर नेम, email, contact numbers, gender, age, and a lot more that you want to. So just think about it. Creating interest can be done by offering free resources to people, and the greater experience that you give to them in this journey will really help them to understand what your major service will be. So इंटरेस्ट ड्रिवन मैकेनिज्म के टाइम पे आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि आप उनको बेस्ट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस दें, क्योंकि यही एक्सपीरियंस को वो आगे लेके जाएंगे. यू रिमेंबर, first impression is the last impression for your brand. So always ensure that the first impression is very good so that your last impression can be much more better. The third phase of designing a customer journey is to ensure that your customer starts considering your services or start considering your brand for the services he or she wants. Now, it's very important to understand whether your potential client really considers your brand as the potential brand to work with. If any kind of service business that you have today and any kind of services that you give to your client, it's important to understand how serious your client is, because The seriousness determines how easily the client will be convertible. So email campaigns or nurturing campaigns where you just nurture your people or nurture the interested people actually help you determine whether they are really serious about buying your product or service or not. So just think about it. Whenever you want your customer to consider the product pricing, the story, the history of the brand, what is the best way of telling this to your customer? It is email marketing, it is sequential messaging, it is building a profile that is only dedicated to interested customers. These kind of things can really help potential people to become your loyal customers much more faster and check the seriousness as well. So if you are not doing this, ensure that you are doing this today, and also start making notes because we are just on the third step right now and 3 more are still left to go. The fourth step in customer journey is to helping your customer make the decision. Why do I say you need to help your customer? Because your customer is not capable enough to make decisions for themselves. They don't know what are the right kind of services that you have to offer or what is the kind of service that will be right for them and beneficial for them. So it's your job as a business, as a brand, as a business owner, or maybe the sales team inside your business is responsible to ensure that all the people are taking the decisions which is on their side. Now, we need to understand this. Every decision that you make or every decision that any business owner makes determines the growth of the business. So any which ways, if you start showing them the results that you can give out, the problems that can be solved, the time that can be saved, the productivity that can be enhanced, if you're ready to show them this helps people make decisions. Now, decision making is a simple thing and can be done over strategy calls or sitting over Zoom calls or discovery calls where you try to understand what is the kind of service that a particular person is looking for and what is the kind of service that you can start giving to your potential client, thereby helping them to make decisions at the right price point, at the right place, at the right time, with the right kind of service. And the things don't end after the discovery call. It's important to have some kind of written documents or workflows that gives them a clarity of what were the discussions between you and their party so that they can come to a decision sooner. Next, moving to the fifth phase of customer journey, that is onboarding. I've seen many business owners making this critical mistake. Once you make a sale, you almost forget the client. Yes. Once you make a sale, you pass it on to the accounts department starts invoicing it, taxation is done, but then what? For 7 days or 10 days, sometimes there is a gap that your customer faces, and this literally frustrates the customer. So if your company is doing this mistake, ensure that you reduce the onboarding time by having the proper process planned for it. If you have an SOP planned for onboarding, it will be easy for you and your team to handle accounts and execution side by side so that there is no gap in onboarding. Onboarding your client also means to have or track or create goals for their business that will help them grow because of your services. So try and understand this. Is onboarding just introducing the client to your services, or it is much more deeper than that? Well, I believe this is much more deeper because only at the time of onboarding, you are able to taste the real flavors of a particular service business. So it is like you go to a restaurant, you order something, but you are able to taste it only when the order arrives on the table. So as a service business owner, it's important that arrival of the order on the table happens on time. That is the reason why onboarding should be on time, and I think you think the same too. Now, let's move to the last phase of customer journey, that is delivery and retention. Well, after you have onboarded your client, what should be the next step? नेक्स्ट स्टेप ये होना चाहिए कि आप अपने क्लाइंट को ये समझाइए कि आप किस तरीके से डिलीवरी देना चाहते हैं, किस तरीके से जो प्रोजेक्ट है या सर्विस है वो फेजेस में डिवाइड होगा, कितना टाइम लगेगा, कौन से टीम मेंबर्स उस पर काम करेंगे और किस तरीके से एरर्स या कुछ भी अगर प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं या कुछ भी अगर क्वेरीज हैं तो उन्हें किस तरीके से सॉल्व किया जाएगा एंड सपोर्ट का क्या सिस्टम रहेगा. Once you start explaining all this to your client and you start delivering project phase by phase, you might think that the client is satisfied once you have delivered the project. But this might not be the real case, and let me tell you why. Well, in most of the cases, when you actually deliver the service, sometimes you forget to cross-check with your client whether the client is satisfied or not. That is how the role of client feedback comes into picture. Client feedback is very important and should be a part of a delivery system. So how do you keep it in your customer journey? Well, while you're delivering your service phase by phase or part by part, it's important that you start taking the feedbacks also part by part so that there is no huge feedbacks at the end of the service. The feedbacks should be on time, impromptu, and be taken on the go so that you don't lose that mode of working. And if there is an unsatisfaction, you are able to clear it on the moment itself. And that doesn't create a lot of dissatisfaction. Well, while nearing towards the delivery of the whole project or delivery of the service, it's important to plan your next plan of action with the client. What is the next thing that you can help them with? Are they really satisfied with the current services? How is it that they can help you? Do you have a referral policy to offer? Well, all of these things are a part of client retention because this builds in more trust to the client that your business is really trustable for their business growth. And if a client understands this, they will stay in for a longer time. Have loyalty programs, have referral programs for people to help them stay with you for a long time. Because remember, there is nothing that is irreplaceable in the universe. Everything can be replaced, and so can be your business too. So if you don't want to lose on your clients and have a smooth client transitioning or positioning from invoicing to payments to delivery to retention, ensure that you are mapping down your customer journey today itself. Well, did you find this video interesting? Do let me know in the comments below so that I can be energized and I can deliver more such kind of content just for you. I'll see you in another video. Signing off, Coach Sakshi.